This sort of got pushed under the rug with all the Canadian truckers doing the correct thing to do and other stupid crap coming from the potato's mouth. Just in fact, this comes from the potato's mouth. Department of Homeland Security publishes terrorism bulletin labeling free speech as terrorism. Now, when I read through this the first time, I was like, there is no way that I read that correctly. And I think I did read that correctly, because if you have a lot of these bulletins, a lot of what the government puts out, even the military, you have to read through it. You got to read between the lines, because they're not going to come out and say, we don't like the First Amendment. If you like the First Amendment, therefore you're a terrorist. They can't do that, because it would create more pushback. But what they do is they sort of thinly veil it in the body of the work. Let's go through it real quick. Now understand, this is a editorial piece, so it's an opinion. At least they're letting you know that. Unlike some newspapers out there and news organizations who will put out some bullshit like this and then sort of not acknowledge that it's their opinion. You have to know that they're giving their opinion. Most normies out there don't get it. So, because the potato administration is prohibited from interfering with the First Amendment, won't stop them there, the Department of Homeland Security has now issued a terrorist advisory system bulletin warning of a statewide heightened threat environment. The DHS publication's language is so wide that it appears to encompass constitutionally protected free speech. And that's what I was talking about, folks. They make it so broad that it'll encompass that. They're like, no, we're not saying that. They're like, well, you did put it out like that. No, you're not reading it correctly. Are you a far-right extreme? No, but that is how they do it. They just make it so broad that any prosecutor or federal government agency or a state government agency can use that and go, well, they're talking about it, so we need to look after these guys. We need to go into the basement and get some judge to issue some sort of warrant or wiretapping. That's what they do. Secretary of Homeland Security, an all-around complete human trash bag, Alejandro Mayorkas, stated that the National Terrorism Advisory System bulletin was fueled by a number of factors, including an online environment filled with false or misleading narratives and conspiracy theories and other forms of mis, dis, and malinformation, MDM, introduced and or amplified by foreign domestic threat actors who seek to exacerbate societal friction to sow discord and undermine public trust in government institutions to encourage unrest, which could potentially inspire acts of violence. But that's what happened during 2020. You had receipts. You had people out there burning the city down. Nah, they're fine. They're cool. But those people out there questioning the efficacy of masks, they're questioning the efficacy of jibby jabs? No, you can't do that. You're a terrorist. Oh, who said so? Oh, the Department of Homeland Security. Homeland Department of Homeland Security considers any materials like pamphlets or viewpoints deemed anti-government to be a threat to America's national security. Well, then, I've always had a anti-government sort of bent to me, but not to the point to where I'd want full-flowing anarchy or full-flowing authoritarianism. Well, we have full-flowing authoritarianism in our government right now. You see that thing about, I'll listen in the next videos, about the truckers and the Canadian government wants the potato to do something on our side of the border. What a stupid thing to do. And I'm not in favor of it. Continuing on. Additionally, it says, however, anti-law enforcement ideas such as those promoted by Antifa and Black Lives Matter are entirely absent from the discussion. Imagine my shock. Additionally, the bulletin makes no mention of drug gangs operating all across America's open borders. And why would they? How are the elite going to get their drugs? Vaccine hesitance, now terrorists? The Department of Homeland Security indicates that important variables contributing to the current heightened threat environment include knowledge of COOF, namely the shoot the jib jab, and mask mandates. The bulletin states, as COVID-19 restrictions continue to decrease nationwide, increased access to commercial and government facilities and the rising number of mass gatherings could provide increased opportunities for individuals looking to commit acts of violence to do so. Really? Where's your goddamn proof, Alejandro Mayorkas? Oh, that's right. You don't have proof. You're a piece of fucking shit. Just because some normie out there says some spicy thing on Reddit doesn't mean the right side of the political spectrum is going to do anything. That's what you want us to do. But we're not going to do that because we're smarter than you goddamn sons of bitches in the fucking government. Alejandro Mayorkas is just a puppet. It's all the people below him and above him who are pushing him to do this. But he's more than happy to do it because he's a scumbag, leftist, liberal piece of human shit. Continuing on. So that, I guess, so any Trump rally, apparently, that's mass gathering could provide increased opportunities for individuals looking to commit acts of violence to do so. Bullshit. Where's your proof? You don't have any. Meanwhile, COVID-19 mitigation measures, particularly COVID-19 vaccine and mask mandates, have been used by domestic violent extremists to justify violence since 2020. Who? Who the fuck was doing that? I don't know anybody. What terrorist action came apart? It didn't fucking happen. You're a lying sacks of shit in the fucking Department of Homeland Security. Holy fucking shit. And could continue to aspire these extremists to target government. Hasn't happened. Healthcare hasn't happened. And academic institution hasn't happened. And oh my God. You see what they're doing here, folks? They're creating a narrative. They're creating something that hasn't happened yet. So when it does happen, they can say, see, we warned you about the violent extremists. See, you just need to listen to us. Everyone on the right's left. They're bad. That's what they want to do. And they're doing it. Here's the receipts. This is it right here. This is it. They're doing it right now. They're telling you right now that if you even dare question and actually gather, you might create violence. Violence. Fuck you. Additionally, the Homeland Security classifies those who debate election integrity and voting fraud as threats. Oh, so I guess we can't have opinions now. Can't have opinions on YouTube, apparently. No. You can have the correct political opinion, but you can't have that opinion. You can't say, well, there was some... Nope, can't say it. Get banned. Nope. No, it was the most free and fair election in 2020 ever. It didn't... Nothing happened. There was no fraud. Nothing happened. That's the only opinion you can have. But if you have this other opinion, you have the Department of Homeland Security up your fucking ass. What the flying fuck? Some domestic violent extremists, again, who have continued to advocate for violence. Where? Oh, that's right. You don't have the receipts. Now you'll come around at the end and make some shit up, but that doesn't happen. This is not happening. In response to false or misleading narratives about unsubstantiated election fraud. No. All you have to do is look. It's out there. There's fraud. It's out there. Whether it was enough to create that it's out there. And it's an opinion you can have. Anyways, the months preceding the upcoming 2020 midterm elections, here we go, could provide additional opportunities for these extremists and other individuals to call for Who is doing this? No one's calling for violence. Nobody. But except our government is coming after us through the thinly... No, it's not even thinly veiled. This is out in the open. This is the government going, we're going to use the monopoly of violence against our citizens because they have a different opinion. Oh my God. Could provide additional opportunities for these extremes and other individuals call for violence directed at democratic institutions, political candidates, party offices, election events, and election workers. When was the last time someone brought violence against a political opponent? Bernie Sanders supporter, 2017, shot up a baseball field. Steve Scalise almost died. Remember that? But we don't talk about that anymore, right there, Alejandro Mayorkas, you piece of fucking shit. And in conclusion here, the First Amendment to the Constitution protects freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom of conscience. To consider having a peaceful protest or speaking out about vaccine deaths, the same thing as domestic terrorism, is a direct affront to the U.S. Constitution and a threat to American citizens. That's all you need to know, folks. Your government out there wants you dead. How else am I supposed to take this? They're saying that if I happen to stroll into a Trump rally, I'm automatically gonna start ramping and whipping people up for violence. But no. The BLM can burn down a goddamn city. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Asshole Antifa members can try to burn down and destroy a fucking federal courthouse in Portland. That's fine. How many people have been arrested for that? Not many, if at all. But now we have our own government saying that if you dare question any of our narratives, you're a fucking terrorist. Go fuck yourself, Department of Homeland Security. Go fuck yourself, FBI. Go fuck yourself, CIA. And any intelligence agency that's taking this fucking bulletin and using it to spy on its citizens. Go fuck yourselves. If you are doing this and you're in these organizations, you're the fucking enemy. You're the fucking enemy. You're the fucking enemy. And I have no use for you. You're scumbags. Alejandro Mayorkas is a piece of fucking shit. Scumbag, asshole, cocksucker, motherfucker. And the only reason he is in that position is the color of his skin and his ethnic background. He's a piece of shit. He has no right to be in there, but he is. He's a scumbag. And anybody who follows his orders are scumbags. You're scumbags to the fucking fullest order. But I don't go out there and promote violence. Why? Because it's fucking wrong. Look at the Canadian truckers. Peaceful disobedience. That is how you win against a tyrannical government who uses the monopoly of force to tamp down its citizens from going to rallies, going to meetings, having, dare I say, a different set of opinions.